Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing a Assassin percent speedrun in HotS with Fenix. I have already done Fenix in the past, however, he's been nerfed just ever so slightly since then. Just some damage nerfs, some very small talent changes that don't actually affect the run. But either way, I want to make sure that my run for him's up to date, since that is possibly going to get removed. I don't really know what the mods are going to do for that. I have no clue. However, I have done other Fenix videos in the past, so I'm not gonna be talking a lot about like the mechanics of what I'm doing with Fenix. If you're interested in that, feel free to watch my previous run or my initial Fenix analysis. That'll be a lot more helpful for that. I'm probably just gonna be talking more about the run and just chatting in general. So I hope that is okay with you guys. Yeah, so I'm actually, normally I do a bit of a greedy start here. You'll notice that I'm going top. I'm going to be playing a bit safer and not taking too much damage. I don't want to take any damage past my shield, so I'm going to just get like 3 shots here. And that's fine, and then do this. And this is just a bit of extra chip damage, which is nice for pushing that tower later on. But as soon as we can, we're going to kill these guys. We're not really changing too much up. I think Braxis is the only map that I've decided to change anything significant on, and that is just going top rather than bot and doing a bit of a different thing with mercs. But all in all, it's not really too different from your average Braxis run. And I'll probably explain what I am doing with those whenever I get to it, but for now I am not. So we're just going to clear these guys out and then mount up for down here. Oh, we got another good spawn. So this is actually I've practiced this quite a bit today. And it looks like we got a good spawn, so that's good. You'll notice that we're killing the mercs beforehand. This is, I do not know the name, but the person who currently has the warrior percent world record does this strat, and I really like it, and it's faster. So thank you to them. This strat is significantly better, and it's just really good. So we'll all be showing that off here. It's a little slower with Fenix than someone like Sonya, for example. However, it's still pretty good, and I like it a lot. So you'll notice that we killed the mercs there, but we are not going to be actually capping them until we get the Zerglings down here. And we're going top, which means that there's less distance for the siege mercs to spawn, which means we can push with them like immediately whenever we get up there. It's just a little bit faster, and hopefully it'll cut a couple seconds off, but we'll see about that. So normally I would attack this tower with them, but I'm actually going to clear these guys first because Fenix is way better with AoE than against single targets. So once those guys are taken care of, I can start focusing these guys. Because we don't want these mercs to take too much damage if we can avoid it. I'm just slightly out of range. There we go. That was a bad cue. That's okay. Yeah, we want these guys to stay pretty healthy, but we're going to have a big Zerg wave here, so it's all kind of relative, you know? As long as we can get some armor down on this first fort, it should be fine. And as always with Fenix, you're focusing the small guys because massive AoE damage compared to other characters. Most of his talents don't really matter until level 7, and that is not something we really have to worry about on Braxis. Like specifically Braxis, because it is such a short map. I do want to mention, I guess this is something worth mentioning, I haven't been doing as many HotS runs lately. It's not that I'm not enjoying the game, it's just I've been wanting to do more varied content for a while. I was only really doing HotS, and I really want to have a lot more variety in my content whenever I can. This guy's still alive, which is really good. We're doing amped damage up here. I do want to end up doing more HotS runs in the future, but at the moment there's not too much interesting me with it. As far as like competitive characters go, I do want to do some more like fun runs, like with Lost Vikings, things like that. But at the moment, there's just not a lot going on in this game for me. Like I was really excited with Fenix getting announced and released. I am less excited about Deckard. I guess worth mentioning is that I'm playing on the PTR version where Deckard was released. So that, I guess that's good for noting that, I guess. I don't know, whatever. I'm not too excited about Deckard for running. It just doesn't seem like he has a lot. Like, I know he can do some nutty things with like soloing towers and like bosses and stuff, but those are like way later on in the game. I think he's an awesome character, don't get me wrong. I'm excited for playing him and like seeing him in game. Not as excited for running him, and that's just what I'm talking about here. Whereas this is what? Okay, that was a little unfortunate. That's okay. However, yeah, I don't know. I'm just not excited for him as I have been for previous characters. So there's not as much interesting me. Like, if we get a new map, or if we get a new character that's kind of good at pushing, or like good for their category at pushing, like if Deckard was really good as a support for pushing, that'd be cool. Like, even if he's slower than the majority of the cast. But as far as I don't know. I've been wanting to branch out. I've been pathing and practicing and like trying a whole bunch of new games. So that's been really cool. But I haven't. I'm still in the early stages with that. I don't want to be giving you guys stuff that's half baked. So that's where I'm at right now with my, I guess, just with the channel and like with HotS in general. I'm still enjoying HotS. I've been playing it a lot, like casually. I have not been running it as much, and that's not because I dislike the game. It's just I have other projects that I want to work on. I have analysis every week and then other runs. It's okay, no, I'm good. It's just a bit much for that. This map's really weird. I should have enough shields to get up there and tank this. Yeah. It doesn't matter as much taking damage on this map because like there's nothing that's gonna kill you really. Like you can always dodge the siege marks whenever they spawn, so it's not quite as important as in on Braxis, or as it is on Braxis rather. Pardon that. I think I have gotten a bit more efficient with my pushing, just in general, so that's gonna carry over to this run as well. But it's all sort of relative, I guess. That was pretty good timing. Yeah, this is faster. So yeah, we got the second tick on that guy, so that's good. We're taking a little bit of damage, but since we have this shield, it really doesn't matter. Oh, I didn't drop an auto attack there. And now we can switch to that because that is faster. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if you guys want to see more HotS, I'd just like to know what characters you'd like to see. Because at the moment, like, I don't really know. And like, I know there's stuff that I'd like to do, but I don't want to be... I don't know. I want to put out content that you guys enjoy. So, I guess just let me know for that. And like, even if it's something that I'm not mega interested in, if I know that you guys want it, then I'd be down like just like a really crappy support run or something. I don't know. Or just like a specific assassin, or if you guys just want to see like what I think about different characters, feel free to ask, because that's fun for me as well. Just give me your thoughts on stuff, I guess. If you do want to see more HotS, and if you don't, that's totally fine, because I am okay with that. I'm going to keep doing HotS content, but it is falling more into the background for me at the moment, rather than being the main game that I run. And I mean, I guess it still is the main game that I run, but it, I don't know. I think I've covered this topic extensively. It's whatever. If you guys have more questions, feel free to ask. I'll cover them, but I'm gonna move on because I feel like I'm rambling. But yeah, this run is going pretty well. I'm feeling good about this. Yeah, that's the only thing that matters. I think I can hit this. Nope. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. It's good to practice. One thing that's been really cool is, like I mentioned earlier, the strat that one runner found. We're getting a lot more people running HotS, and that's been incredible for me. That was sort of my goal from the get-go, was to get more people into running different weird games. So if I can get that, that would be phenomenal. So it's been really, really awesome for me to see just like 4 or 5 new people come into the scene and do different strat. Oh, I was attacking the wrong guy there. Just show different strats and different characters and things. Like, I would not have considered Stukov for speedrunning, and he's not quite as good as Alex Draws, I don't think, but just I would have never even considered that. So that was pretty neat for me to see. Just all the new people bringing in new ideas. And that's I don't know, that's always cool. And I want to do that for a lot more games. That's partially why I am considering these new games and like padding them and stuff, is because I do want people to consider them, and like if I make a post, people will see it and be like, oh wow, I never even thought of speedrunning this game. So it's always really cool to me, cool for me to see that. So I've liked that. And so yeah, if you are new, welcome. This game's really, really neat to run, and I like it a lot. I'm taking damage though. So yeah, that was a little slow on Shire. I don't know exactly what was slower. I'm guessing it was the core, because that seemed a little bit sloppier. I think I just went in with less health, but who knows. Moving on to Blackheart. Either way, even if this run is a couple seconds slower, oh, we also had that weird loading glitch. Hopefully we don't get it here, where it just loaded for a long time, like it's doing right now. Like it's still doing. That was like 5 seconds plus. Normally that's like half a second that it takes to do that. So that could definitely explain it, because I don't think my shrine was that bad, but, or Shire. God, I always mess that up. But either way, even if this runs a bit slower than previous ones, I'm gonna still post it and keep it up there, because if the previous one ends up getting taken down because he was nerfed slightly, that could, I don't know, I'd like to still have him run up for that. I don't just want the Assassin category to be empty, since no one else really seems to run it at the moment. Which is kind of interesting to me, because that category was always like the most interesting for me. Like, I always enjoyed running support most, but just there's a lot of really cool assassins that could be good at pushing and could be good at like these sorts of things. So I never really understood why no one enjoyed it, but it's whatever. It happens. So yeah, the strat for these maps is basically the same. There's not a lot different going on here. The one thing is that we can't really poke as well early on, but that's fine. Ah, that's unfortunate. I didn't realize it worked like that. One more. There we go. Yeah, so that's significantly less damage than we normally do, but yeah, I'm sorry the commentary is a bit lax here. I don't really know what to talk about as far as the run goes. It's pretty much the same as your normal Fenix run. There's not much different going on. Not to say it's not interesting, but it's just about what you'd expect from a Fenix run. He's really, really good, and there's not much else to say about it. We're a little slow on this, but that is okay. His Q, I don't know. I still really, really like his kit. There's some really neat stuff that you can do with it. Just with like microing his Q. I don't know if that's really the correct use of micro, but still. Speaking of which, StarCraft is a game that I've considered, and I don't know if I am ever going to run it, but it is something that I have considered in the past about running, just because it seems really, really good for that, and there's a lot that you can do, and like there's a lot of impact that you can make just on like a personal level with having good actions and microing stuff. It's just like Supreme Commander, but better, really, which makes me sad to say, because I really like that game. I'd like to one day, and this is very much like, this is not at all a soon thing, Once I actually have some sort of income from this, like from this channel, I would very much like to get what's it called? A capture card, because Supreme Commander 2 for the Xbox is a game I've always wanted to run, and I think it's probably like a fourth of the length, just because there's a lot of glitches on the Xbox version that don't exist on other versions. So I have really been interested in that. Don't know when that'll happen, because I basically need to get to a point where I feel confident putting money into the channel, because right now it is just a hobby. But once I get to the point where I feel comfortable like just injecting money into the channel for different things, that is something I'd love to do. So look forward to that in like 5 years. But yeah, that would also open me up to running a lot of different games as well, because right now I'm basically limited to things that are emulatable, like I can emulate, and things that God, I'm struggling on this can. Things that I can emulate and things that are on the PC that I can just record with, like OBS. But being able to have a graphics card would mean that I can now play like a lot of different things. I could do Xbox stuff with like Supreme Commander. I could do a lot of newer console-specific games. There's just a lot more options, and that is super cool to me, and that's something I'd love to do in the future, but I just cannot justify at the moment. Oh, I am not doing good here. I'm dying. Are these guys blocked now? No. But yeah, that's all. Like, that was actually the first game. Fun fact: Pyro was the first game that I submitted a run for. However, the first game that I pathed and planned for was Supreme Commander, and I actually have like an extensive amount of notes for both the Xbox and the PC versions, because I have played the Xbox and I have practiced it previously. However, I've never actually had the chance to play it because I don't have a capture card, and I don't want to like record video with my phone because that's really like campy and kind of bad, TBH. So I haven't done that, but that's something I've always really wanted to do. So that was actually, I have a lot of notes, and I spent a lot of time planning for both runs, and I ended up doing the PC version, even though it's not my favorite, just because it's so not breakable. However, I would love to do an Xbox version of that game, because that is really cool to me if that exists. So yeah, we're really close to our time. And considering Fenix did get nerfed, I don't know how big of a role that plays, but considering that is a thing that I didn't think that his DPS nerf was too bad, but like maybe it was. That's like 25 seconds slower. That's fine. Hopefully you guys are okay with me doing this sort of thing. I'm gonna post it to the channel in the future if you'd like rather it didn't take up a daily or like an every other day. Like if you'd rather it didn't take up a slot, like tell me. I'll consider that, because I don't want to be just submitting like not good times for you guys. However, I think this is still the second record. So I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Give me your thoughts. Basically, just give me feedback, and I'll plan accordingly. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, subscribe, because I definitely will be doing more HotS stuff, just not like immediately, just probably like once a week, twice a week sometimes. Whatever. Tell me what you think. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry I was so spacey today, but I'll see you in the next one.